Yes.
Hi, Lisa?
Oh, it's you. Have you learned anything?
I learned something about Tiffany Walters.
And?
She's dead. Lisa?
Did Gavin kill her? Don't come back until you know for sure.
I've learned something about Gavin and Tiffany.
You have?
I don't want to say it out here on the street. Can I come in?
Yes.
And that's it. Gavin told her to throw herself at this man, and it destroyed her.
Tiffany. You should have seen her when she walked in here. So lost, trying to find her place in life, drifting from job to job, never finding what she wanted. She was a woman who wouldn't let herself be happy.
Was her aura blocked as well?
Look, she needed to believe that her unhappiness was beyond her control. I gave that to her.
You hear that? She's doing a public service.
Judge me if you want, but she came to me.
And then you sent her to Gavin.
Gavin and I have an arrangement.
Which is?
If I have a client who's determined to be unhappy no matter what, I send them to Gavin.
And then they die?
I don't know that, and neither do you. Just because this one died doesn't mean they all do. I gave you 2 names. Look into the other one, and don't come back until you do.
I'll be back. Sneaking through the Columbia campus at night isn't how I envisioned coming back here. Keypad locks. Those are new.
Hello? Looks like the coast is clear. It says, "Remember Waterloo."
There's a keypad on this door. Looks like a poster for a band called Epileptic Fish. I've heard of those guys. I'm not sure they play together anymore. This looks like a class schedule. I recognize a bunch of the course codes from when I studied here.
You remember that after all this time?
It wasn't that long ago.
If you say so.
Let's see. She's mostly taking English and history classes.
Uh-huh.
Now this is interesting. She's taking the same writing class that I did.
That's interesting.
Well, it is to me. She's even got the same professor.
Hello?
Hi, is this Elaine Appleton?
That's me. Who's this?
Rosangela Blackwell. I was in your class around 10 years ago.
Rosangela. Yes, of course I remember you. It's been a long time. I saw you had a book published. Is that right?
Something like that. Do you have a few minutes?
Sure. What can I help you with?
I'm surprised you remember me after all this time.
Well, it was my first year as a professor, and you did stand out.
I did?
The coffee? The cup you spilled all over my desk?
Oh, God. I completely forgot about that.
I didn't. I had to let those papers dry out all night.
I wanted to ask about a student of yours, Jamie Graham.
Oh, her, yes. So tragic what happened.
Tragic?
You mean you don't know? She died just last week.
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. Did you know her well?
No, not really. But could I ask you some questions about her?
I'm not sure what I can tell you that I already didn't tell the police, but go ahead.
How did Jamie die?
I'm not sure. No foul play, if that's what you're asking. It was a clot in the brain or something like that.
Really?
That's what the police said anyway.
What can you tell me about Jamie?
I hate to speak ill of her, but she was a disappointment.
How so?
At first, she was very keen about her work. She was a brilliant writer, but that brilliance soon faded. By midterm, she'd show up for class late and hungover, when she showed up at all. And as for what she was wearing, well, let's just say it wasn't appropriate.
What made her brilliant?
She had a way of infecting you with her passion. When she loved something, she could make you love it too. She had a keen interest in Middle Eastern history, so it was no surprise that most of her work had Middle Eastern themes to them. But as I said, that faded with time. She stopped having a passion for much of anything, I think. Such a waste.
You said she faded. What do you think happened to her?
I don't know. I wish I did. At the time, I figured it was the typical story. Young, sheltered girl comes to the city and gets overwhelmed with the freedom of it all. Most adjust fine. Some, well, don't. I could tell she was troubled, but I learned long ago that it isn't my place to reach out. I remember you being a bit closed off, once upon a time.
Yes, well, we all change. What was wrong with her clothes?
I'm no prude, but what she was wearing should stay in Munray's where it belongs.
Munray's?
It's a nightclub. It's a popular hangout for the students here.
And Jamie went there?
She wore their t-shirts, so I'd assume yes. Although it was more like a half a shirt.
Why were the police involved? If she died by natural causes, why involve them?
I wondered the same thing myself. The detective, a man named Durkin, I believe, wasn't very forthcoming.
Do you know a guy named Jeremy Sams?
No, I don't know anyone with that name.
Do you ever go up to the High Line?
It's gorgeous, isn't it? My husband and I went for a walk there last summer.
But you haven't been back since.
No, we haven't. Why?
Oh, no reason. Have you ever heard of a man named Gavin?
Gavin? Can't say I know any Gavins.
Is there anything else you could tell me about Jamie?
If there's anything specific you'd like to know, just ask.
That's who I'm talking to right now. So what is Munray's like?
I wouldn't know. My clubbing days are long gone. I'd just embarrass myself.
I should get going.
Are you still in the city? We should have coffee sometime.
Oh, sure. I'm a bit wrapped up in the story, but maybe after?
Sure. You take care.
Durkin.
Hi, it's me again. I was just checking in. Any word on Jeremy's murder?
Nothing yet. We're working on it. You got anything for us?
I found Jeremy's phone outside of a psychic's office.
You did, huh? Where is it?
I've got it with me. Hello?
You found potential evidence and removed it from the scene?
Yes?
Forget it. It's just junk now.
I wanted to talk to you about Jamie Graham.
Who?
Jamie, a Columbia student. I was told you were looking into it.
You get around, don't you?
I think Jamie and Jeremy might be connected. Could we talk somewhere?
Why should I
Look, you owe me, and I might be able to help you out again.
You could, huh?
Like you said, I get around.
What the hell? I need a cup of coffee anyway. You know a place in Alphabet City called Cup of Clay?
I've been there.
Right. See you there.
Hi, Detective Durkin?
Oh, it's you. So, what can I do for you?
So why are you looking into Jamie's death? Her teacher said it was natural.
Well, she was right. It looked that way, sure enough.
And?
Her body was found in a dumpster off of Amsterdam. Natural or not, how did the body get in there?
So, any progress on Jeremy?
Look, you helped us out on the ID, but don't push it. You know about as much as I do.
A dumpster. So it was murder.
I didn't say that. It was 3 blocks away from some nightclub. We learned she was a regular, so we went over. She bought it in the upstairs room, some kind of VIP area. 1 minute, danced in the night away. The next, lights out. Nobody saw how she died, just that she was dead. Anyway, the bouncer saw it and freaked, so he snuck her out and dumped her. Like I said, cut and dry, case closed.
How are you sure she wasn't murdered?
We have this thing called a coroner's report.
Right. What did it say?
I don't know the medical term, but some kind of brain vessel burst? It happens. One thing's for sure, it was no murder, just rotten luck.
What else did the coroner's report say?
Nothing too important. Why?
I don't know. Could I see it? You do owe me.
I don't know about that, but you certainly do get around. Look, I can't give you the actual report, but I can give you the gist. You might be nuts, but for some reason, I think you're alright.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. You owe me now. You got a phone?
Yeah.
When we finish here, I'll send you a message.
This club where Jamie died. It was Munray's, wasn't it?
You get around. Yeah, that was the place.
How come Munray's is still open after what they did?
How do you think any club stays open? They offer favors and spread money around to the right people. The whole thing never happened. It's all hushed up. Nothing in the papers even.
Well, bye.
See ya.
Hey, check it out. I got a message from Durkin.
Uh-huh.